after a diet. What is that? For many, it is a constant struggle just to maintain what they achieved and not end up right back where they started. But does it have to be that? Listen in. Welcome to Holistic Health Made Simple. Are you tired of chasing fad diets and endless workouts? Frustrated and confused by the conflicting advice on health and weight loss? Well, you're not alone. I'm Jolene, a nutritional therapy practitioner, and I'm here to guide you on a different path through holistic wellness. Together, we'll blend ancestral wisdom with scientific principles, making health and weight loss a reality. Say goodbye to yo-yo dieting and hello to simple, individualized steps that will help you reach your goals. Let's explore the power of healing your gut, optimizing your metabolism, and embracing whole foods. Ready to make that personalized wellness a reality? Let's get started on your journey to real health. Hey there! Today we're going to talk all about life after a diet in that a true diet sense of what we think of it. You see, if we could learn to ditch the diet mentality, ditch the diet culture, and ditch diet dogma, all that's really left is a healthy lifestyle. You see, healthy is a journey, not a destination. Diets generally have a start date and end when the goal is reached or the person gave up because they couldn't stick to the diet or it wasn't working or life. They're often in search of reaching a certain weight or fitting in a certain size. Now, diet culture is this culture that we all should be seeking skinny. And if we were skinny, we would be healthy. And diet dogma is the set of rules that need to be followed to be doing the diet correctly, whatever that diet is. Oftentimes, the dogma becomes an identity of the person following the diet, so that the diet never really ends. How did we ever start identifying as a way we eat is beyond me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You meet somebody and all of a sudden they're talking, I'm vegan, I'm keto, I'm carnivore, I'm vegetarian, whatever it is. That's just not normal. It came up in the past 10 years or so. I don't know, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. I have no clue. But that's not who you are. How you eat and what you eat have nothing to do with your identity. And when it does, it becomes an issue. Because then you're living in this diet rather than living in health. Living in health is when you look at foods, things you do out in life, and if they make you healthy or not, if they support your health or not. We don't start looking and identifying as a food product. Like nobody says, I'm an Oreotarian. And let's face it, when people start a diet or a way of eating, it's mostly because they want to lose weight. Rarely do they go into a diet thinking they would feel better, even if they don't reach that weight they have in their head. Though, once people find that certain diets, especially ones that promote real whole foods, start feeling better, the health gains outshine the weight loss. I know, but then they get into the dogma, and when the health gains don't outdo the weight loss, they're kind of stuck in this paradigm of, well, I eat this way because it makes me feel good and everybody says that it's the best way to eat, so I'm just going to stick with it even though I don't feel good. That's not good either. And as we continue down this road, we cannot forget the anti-diet movement because they're kind of a dogma of their own. They want to ditch all the restrictive rules, tune into what feels good for you, embrace your body, what it is, eat intuitively. Don't worry about being guilty about eating X food, whatever that is. However, we gotta look at the biggest picture of them all, your health. If you start eating all this food that makes you have a dopamine hit, like cookies and candy and cakes, you're not going to be healthy. And there's got to be some sort of balance. So this life out after a diet is more about finding a healthy balance for you. And that's going to be unique. There's absolutely nothing wrong with all of these different ways of eating. If you have found foods that support your health that you can stick with, awesome. As long as it truly is supporting your health. If you need to avoid certain foods because they are triggers for you in numerous ways, certain foods hit the dopamine receptors in a way that makes you want more and more and more. Binge eaters struggle with this all the time. If you are obsessive compulsive about macros, tracking macros may not be a good thing for you. Be honest with yourself. That's the biggest advice I can give you today, is be honest with yourself and how you react to the different things. For some people, restrictive diets set them over the edge. For others, they need the rigidness of the rules. But here's the bottom line. As a nutritional therapist, I cannot stress this enough. You have to eat properly to support your health and your body and what's going on inside of it at the moment. We cannot go for gratification all the time. Sometimes we do have to restrict to get symptoms under control, to actually feel better. A healthy body will release the weight. An unhealthy body will only lose it to find it again. I said that last time. I will keep repeating that because it's nothing truer than that. But what do you need to do to get off this diet roller coaster and live a life after a diet? And life after a diet sometimes means you haven't quite reached your goals yet. And that's okay. We can work without a diet to reach our goals. I like to rephrase the term diet when I work with people into tools. There are certain tools and protocols we use to reach our goals, but they aren't a set diet. They are there to support our nutritional needs to reach the goals. And then we look at everything and the big picture of, is this going to help me maintain where I'm at, make me backslide, or help me progress forward and feel even better? There's a lot of influence out there that will talk about biohacking and this little thing and far out things that you look at and you're like, that's just weird. Or some of you are like, want to do that and not address the foods that you're putting in your body. The thing is everything goes back to what we put in our body, our foods. And then it goes to exercise and then toxic loads. But we got to start with what we're eating and if we're giving our body the nourishment it needs. It starts there. If you could stop looking for a diet and a quick fix to get you to what your goal is of weight loss and start looking at your health first, everything will become easier down the road. It will be a lifelong journey, but an easier one. We make it harder on ourselves by looking for quick fixes and jumping from diet to diet, rather than just fueling our body with nutritious foods. That is the first place to start. And then go to hydration. 2 very simple, effective ways to make a world of difference. And thirdly, move your body. It's that simple, people. Then we can get into the extra stuff of optimizing sleep, reducing your stress. But if you are not nourishing your body, staying hydrated, and moving it, the rest isn't going to get you very far. I mean, this is starting to turn into a truth bomb episode, but let's be real. Stop looking for these fixes that just make you on this roller coaster of up and down and up and down. We look at ways to hack our glucose, or we look at ways to hack our body fat. Well, what about healing your body from the inside out? Once you get this healthy lifestyle down for you, eating intuitively is not that difficult, but it requires nourishment. It requires everything in your body firing properly so you know when you're hungry and when you're not. when your body's thirsty. All of that comes from a healthy body, not a quick fix. Yes, some people might always have to track, or they might be too scared not to track. They might have lost the ability of seeing what a serving is. I get it. But you shouldn't have to track forever. You should be able to eventually eat intuitively. We should find the foods that support our body. When we do that, eating intuitively is easier because we're not putting in the things that aren't nourishing us and making us hungrier and hungrier. It's that simple, people. Eat real food, drink your water, move your body, and ditch the diet mentality. Ditch the diet dogma. I know the last episode was on keto, but like I said, it's a tool. It's a tool to get your body running efficiently again. I have many tools up my sleeve that I work with. Many tools. But they are not meant to become your identity, to become your lifestyle. The only tool I want you to use as your lifestyle is I'm an omnivorous eater and I eat mostly whole foods. And if you heard me, I said mostly whole foods. There is room to splurge here and there, but the bottom line always will be giving your body proper nourishment. On that note, friends, I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for listening in today. I hope you got some nuggets to take on your health journey. Remember, this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes. No medical advice is being given. By listening to this podcast, you agree to the full disclaimer, which is linked in the show notes. If you found this podcast helpful, could you take 30 seconds and leave a review? Your feedback means the world to me, and it helps others discover my show. Once again, thank you for being part of my community. Until next time, have a blessed day.